So I'm gonna try to ponder ideas to make Madden better, or this, because with Madden, there's a consensus uh, in the community that there's failing and it failed, and there's other things. I still think that it can be great, but um, I wish some things were changed, like. There should be, and here's just ideas, so I'm just going to throw ideas. There should be a button that you push to just put your hands up to try to catch the ball, and a button you push that jumps. So there should be two different ones that you can choose between. Okay, that's one. You either push X or like Y or B or over or something, the analog, something. And it just puts your hands up, you know what I mean? Wherever the ball is or something, you can aim your arms at the right time. That will stop a lot of the wildness that happens when everyone's trying to jump catch everything, because, those aren't the safest passes. Those are completed maybe 10% of the time, and when I see it. So, 20 maybe. But that's gotta change, so you don't jump no more, or you do only when you need to. And then I also think there should be a bubble around the players after they get up. Not like a bubble, but like sort of like a buffer zone where they can't run. They try to avoid each other's zones instead of just like running through each other. Okay, like after plays, whenever people are getting up. Like, they run into each other a lot, and it just looks like always collisions going on, and then someone will be doing a celebration, but someone will be getting up. Like, maybe just focus off the people that are getting up, and just, when the person does the celebration, just, like, put it on him. You know what I mean? And it's, like, him with, like, looking cool, like the card or something like that, and he's doing something dope that would be on the card or something like that. And just take everything else out like it's not real, because one of the issues is definitely whenever people are just getting up just from the play. Picks. Look, I know I want the game to be challenging, but I want the game to be as good. So, yeah, on the hardest level there should be as many picks, but with that button thing, it would stop a lot of them, because you can make a lot more passes, and also. There should be more bad throws than picks. So if I have a game on the hardest level, I'm playing. I had one game where I went 17 for 19 from the field, and my only two bad passes were intercepted. You know what I mean? Like, that's not something that's easy to do, because then think about that. You've only thrown 19 passes, you've been picked off 2 times, and you're in a situation, how many touchdowns do you have if you only throw 19 passes? You know what I mean? Do you have 2, so you can make it 2 and 2 even? So you know what I mean? It's automatically it's making your stats look worse and everything like that, and you want to have a high touchdown to interception ratio always. I'm in the playoffs with my one team. Okay, playoffs. Here's another idea. Playoffs for the solo battles. In solo battles, it should be not playing the 25 games. The 25 games should be a season. And then if you finish if you get a certain number in score, you make it to the playoffs, where it's like the backyard brawlers, where there's teams that are really, really good that you have to defeat in order to make it to a Super Bowl, where there be the team of the week or something like that. Something like that'll be the hardest one. You know what I mean? Like, something with the best cards that came out that week or something like that. You know what I mean? In the team, or the ones before that, and that, whatever it is, and that should be the solo battle, because then you'll have people playing for the playoffs, know they're going to get rewarded, know they're going to get a better thing, and then they can say they won the Super Bowl in it. because you'll make the last game the last Super Bowl. But you'll just extend the season. You know what I'm saying? The season will go on 21 games or something like that, and it'll be. Well, in solo battles, it would be just against the computer, so people could either join your league and play against the computer and you, or whatever. It's just an idea. I think man has to listen to a lot of different people to have an idea, because we want to keep it around. I want to keep something John Madden's. You know what I'm saying? I don't want a football game, and this is the other thing. Like, Madden should stay around definitely, and should always be around for a while. And I remember playing as a child. It's like the main game, you know what I'm saying, that was my favorite, that it was just a little fun to play. Oh, the new stuff's way harder, man. It's not even close. If you're putting it on the hardest one, you got to be very accurate, and their defense be thinking a lot differently. Like, it was less thinking whenever you played it back in the days. I'm talking the days, like if you played it on Genesis and stuff like that, there wasn't even close to as many picks. But it's like, the thing is like, things evolve, things change. So how are we gonna make it better? How are we gonna figure out how this is gonna work? Packs maybe. Are we trying to survive Ultimate Team? Because packs maybe could. There has to be a way that someone doesn't put in, if you buy something for coins, this doesn't have to be a thing they put in. This is just a recommendation too. They don't have to pick nothing. Okay, what else? I don't know. There's a lot of good things. Oh, jukes. There should be a lot more jukes. A lot more stutter steps, things like that. Where you should be able to have that thing, not just do spin moves and juke moves, but you have this too. You have a medium juke move, you have a short one, and then you have a long one. And if you do it quick enough, back and forth, you can do a fake to the right and then go left. If you tap in and tap the other side, you fake one way and go the other. It should be that. Because that's if you had that, then when you have the Barry Sanders card, you could fake out everybody. You know what I'm saying? And instead of more joystick control, that with medium hops, large hops, and small hops. And maybe you hold down this to do this. There just has to be more ball carrying your moves. That'd be definite. I would want that from my running back more than anything. Extra moves. Make it a talent or something, and he earns a move, and he has to put that on his X factor. Just something like that. What else? I don't know what everyone's consensus on it being bad, because I don't think it's bad. I think it just has areas that need to improve. The packs maybe, where there's a chance that you actually get back the coin amount you put in. No, like I say, I'm not trying to make it about the stock. I'm trying to make it about like how the little improvements in the game could be realer animations and crowds and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like situational things, like if someone's having a good season, maybe have someone hold a sign up with them with their name or something like that, or if you make a trade or something. You know what I'm saying? Like more reaction with the fans, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how that would work. That's a lot of animation to do. So that would be hard if you just had to animate the stands all the time. So that's gonna be hard to pull off. But maybe something with that. I'm sure in college you could have people hold up the signs and all that stuff. You could do tons of stuff with college. You know what I'm saying? Have bands up there and everything. I think there should be, what else? Besides the interception thing, there has to be just more incomplete passes where you're not 16 for 21 with 3 interceptions. 16 for 21 means you must have been doing good. So how would it just be, you know what I'm saying? Like, the way you could do it is you basically gift the guy a bad pass that's going to be picked. You make it just a bad pass. You read, you would have to have a sensor that reads that it's going to intercept it, and you just mistarget it so no one can get it. You know what I'm saying? Like an interceptor, like they do on a missile or something like that. Like their flares off a plane, like that or something. Like it signals it off, and then bam, it's just a bad pass. Why? Because maybe it's not picked. Maybe it does it sometimes on catches too. It does that sometimes. I'll have a perfect wide open guy, and I'll throw the ball where I think it's perfect, and then maybe less something on the sidelines, something that has to do with the sidelines. There's a lot of catches on the sidelines that are really crazy, man. That makes the game cool, bro. I'm thinking of outside the numbers or inside the numbers what needs to change, you know what I mean? Maybe more of a customization to the new players into the draft. Like, the season needs something. I'm enjoying the seasons. I've played a bunch. I've won some Super Bowls. I've lost some. I'm 5-4 in Super Bowls. When I get to the Super Bowl, I'm 5-4. I just lost the last two in a row, man. So I was 5-3, 5-2, and I was like, oh man, I'm killing it in Super Bowls. And then they just stepped up, like this one team, okay, because you know how you fantasy draft. They ended up getting Pat Mahomes, and they started playing all crazy on everybody, and they ended up beating everybody because Pat Mahomes gets older and better. So you definitely want to get him. And that team was tough. They beat us twice, and then we beat them. This year, we beat them this year, and I made the playoffs again. So I'm in the playoffs now. I'm praying. I don't know what to do. I gotta be warmed up, man. I don't want to go into a playoff game like messing up, and that's why I got scared. I made the playoffs, and I still haven't played it at all. I'm just playing anything else I can. And what else could change, What I would like is that other people start thinking of things, and then something categorized for EA to basically say, okay, I like this idea and this idea. What could you do with this? What could you do with this? Like, where they're pitching more stuff to each other, like, what is the consensus of why it's bad? Why are people saying it's bad? Is it because, like, the jump catches got to be way different. People fall down differently. There's different forces of gravity. It's like there's different all types of things. And like I said, that's eliminated if you let the guy jump or you let the guy put his hands up, and you can have a button for either. That'll make catch and go a million times easier. You know what I'm saying? And because you might need to put your arms up and hold them up there for a little bit. You know what I mean? So just think about it. Like, it'd just be smarter to do that. And then I don't know if they do the interception things with bad passes, but the juke move, those things got to be, a little bit, maybe a small spin, a big spin, but more like stutter steps and fake outs and like hesitations. Like, Lionel Messi's the best. Barry Sanders was the best football player like ever. Lionel Messi is the best because his stutter step, his hesitation, it's not even anything other than someone thinks he's going to go one way and he goes somewhere else, and he's just out on him. And he has that move where he'll just stop and then fake one way and then go, and he's out. Like, every time. That's what Barry did. Juke, 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 juke. He would just juke out everyone. They would never know which way he was going because he would fake so many different ways. So if you did that and then had the things bite on it sometimes, then it would work. You know what I'm saying? Because you can just juke once and then not do anything and then stop right there. And you just did a juke. You didn't juke twice. So there has to be a back, forth, back, forth. something like that, or a back forth, and that makes something happen. It has to be something crazy.